Hello, I'm Andrew Weens with the Trinity family. Thank you for joining me with Up Not Out Education, where I give you the skills you need to lead yourself, to unite your teams, and to inspire the next generation to a life where they grow up but never out of their childhood. And we are in the midst of our field trip series, and we've talked a lot about how to increase our impact. And this week I really want to focus on connection, and specifically the slowing down that connection requires. We all know that it takes time to make meaningful connections with other people, and field trips often don't feel like and don't become the best time for that to happen, because so many times field trips can feel hectic and crazy and kind of chaotic, and there's things coming at everybody from every which direction, and that spreads to the kids, and it's exciting and it is fun, but it also creates a little bit of anxiety and in a place where connection doesn't always happen the best. And so I want to give you a few tips today for just how you can structure the beginning, middle, and end of your field trips to help alleviate that feeling of rush and help foster connection and intentionally slowing down. And so the first tip is to just utilize the bus ride wherever you're going. Use the travel time. It's so easy to just worry about getting everybody on the bus and getting there, and then the whole 20 minutes, 30 minutes, sometimes hour plus of travel time just kind of gets lost, especially if you're stuck in, traffic, rush hour traffic. It can be a really long time. But great memories can be made there, and I specifically want to encourage you to utilize story as a tool on field trips and buses. And what I mean by that is allowing it to be a space where staff are sharing stories. Story fosters connection. And so if you can stand up before a bus starts rolling and you could say, all right guys, kids, what kinds of stories would you like our staff to tell you today? Maybe they want to hear scary stories or adventure stories or whatever. And then just commission the staff. Say, okay guys, we're about a half-hour drive. I want you to share your scariest, your funniest, your most adventurous stories. And kids are going to flock. They're going to turn to those staff next to them, and they're going to be all ears to hear these stories. And it's going to cause more stories to be shared. And it's going to create an environment on that bus that says, this is about connection. This is why we're going. And it's going to propel you into the trip itself. Now the second tip is, okay, the middle of our trip, we've got this bulk of, okay, we're actually here, we've got so many things we want to see or do, but slowing down is essential. And that can happen through snacks and meals, and those things are really good. But I would encourage you to actually send, every field trip, send your staff with one or two reflective type questions, not necessarily super serious, not necessarily trying to make value out of a field trip that's not there already, but to just create and force a pause. To say, hey, what's this been like for everybody? We've been running around for the last 3 hours. I've had a lot of fun, but I'm kind of tired. What was my favorite memory? What was yours? Those kinds of questions and conversations just create a place where this trip can be relived, which creates connection and also increases the memorability of it. And then finally, using the travel time back. And what I really want to encourage there is to cultivate a rest on that trip. No matter how long that trip is back home, no longer what kind of field trip you've been on, you probably have some kids who are tired and could use an intentional rest. And so I would just encourage you to shape that time. Bring and even have your own music player. Make some calm music. Provide a snack. Do some reflective questions there, whatever it might be, or story time again, but actually shape an intentional rest time. And even say to everybody, okay, we're going to have just kind of some rest time. We've been playing so hard, it was so much fun, and we're transitioning back to school, and we're just going to have this rest time. And then define that however you would. But what that's going to do is it's going to create another space for connection, but also it's going to prepare everybody as they go back to site. Give them time to reflect and just rejuvenate a little bit before they get to the rest of what you have for the day or the rest of what they have for their evening. Many of these kids are going to many more activities, as we know. So do that. It's going to refresh, rejuvenate, slow down, and create connection in your trips. Thanks so much for planning them. Have a great time with them. And a good day. Bye.